Okay. Welcome. Surface below. Profound again. Continuing with our MSQ adventures. We just finished out this night. Now we must continue on to the next question making set of the story. So back to Shirley. Maybe a bit better than normal. And I fix his cousins down at 100%. But at least I'm better than it was feeling Tuesday. But it's Grail. Yay! I need to make my tweet. I didn't do that yet. Just getting ready. Had some other things to finish. This is definitely this Thursday's definitely been a Thursday. I think it's a Monday. Let's get looks like of the emotional burden. It mirrored the sir. And the sort of complete wreck. Burn everything today. Yeah. Authorities have reached the capital of Gallimard. From this, here we go. If you guys have been having a good week so far, you guys have holiday plans? Consider for Christmas Eve? We have a break to get to. Right, she managed to get Black Mage up to par now, and Waffle. So, in the meantime, we'll do some of this as Black Mage. And of course, if I'm doing Black Mage, there's only 2 pieces of equipment I have to wear. The Vermilion Cloak and the Fire Staff. We had a Westgate, I definitely already glanced at, we don't have that yet. Or at least I hope we will. The dog and that terminus, I'll think. Scurry. Run. Oh no.
No. No. No. We were promised an escape. Not the same door we fled.
Here we go. Hey, it's just like that voice.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
He has no real charisma on the field like that. What do we have here? Oh, I'll go then, it's Steven.
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
Everyone looks angry.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
But Steven seems impressed.
My little lord.
Little lord. Is that the next stage of being a little son?
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Leave it to me.
These references refer to the latest several actions. No. Another one bites at us. Another one does, and another one does.
Those who can stand, come with me.
You're safe now.
More.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself, boy.
Pivots. We're not moving. That right seems to surface. Succubus, Earth's model. That's my friend, the North's Tailboy, I see. You can tell when they're experimenting or something, and then when they're going full ham after trying it out. I love the animated eyes like that. It's definitely the kind of reruns I've ever seen from Blizzard.
Hard, but not hard enough.
Finally. One down, another to go.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Oh no.
No, 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 no. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Yay! You're gonna be a good thing, Sea Guardians.
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better!
Mm,
For Garlemald has her pride!
he sounds like he'll become a good leader.
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
Ooh. And then our fantastic duo right there.
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate.
I love how we refer to her as you know who.
By their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices.
Oh my god.
Now, let's go!
I have to get the players Ellie said. Okay. Well, time to reset the problem at the source. And to reset Meteor. Ooh, that looks angry.
I'm fine.
Are you sure what I said? Are you really sure? I'm sorry, but Black Star is a different meaning to me. And that's in the form of a reference to Kiva.
Not today.
Oh, sorry. That's sneeze.
not done yet.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Me to your.
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Woohoo. I've already updated that 10-hour limit break for Red Mage. That would be so cool.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives.
Yeah, gotta go.
I remember you. From Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be.
Look out!
Uh-oh. Ooh, that one's angry. Here we go. Trailer. Soon. Good job, Graha. He's the best boy.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
Well said, Graha. Well said.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Speaking of which.
Oh,
I'm so glad I chose those feet. There, it just helps prevent those right there. Roar. This is precisely why you should never skip this squad, Benjamin.
I can look after myself, you know.
So,
Everything's in order, I trust?
nod. Ooh, here comes a new challenger.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Indeed. Alright, I'm a bit rusty on this form. Because, you know, kept getting nothing. But... double 50s.
Just the beginning.
I had a feeling I'd find you here. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Oh, that is good. Oh, shit.
Leave the healing to me.
Sir, whatever you say, Alfie.
I am in your debt. Now, where were we?
I messed up. Yeah. Beauty complete. Sweet. It's amazing anything can be in that frigid weather with the face uncovered.
You must board without delay. The ship will...
Your offer to host us in Charlian is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet... Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you.
You're not having a good track record so far, though.
That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are... Join us on our journey.
We would be fools to refuse.
I like her.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald.
I quite agree.
Yes.
Behind you!
Run, run!
More of them.
Xenos finally makes his rear appearance.
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
You cannot still be on about a rematch.
At least Ace is 100% done about that.
That is and has ever been my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people, not just soldiers like us, not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Murdered by their own flesh and blood, lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
Where go, Julius?
Unseculous, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better.
Indeed, Venus does have a point on that regard, as much as I hate to admit it.
Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof.
That line alone right there. I cannot deny I've thought the same thing at times. I cannot. But at the same time, it's very evident that the primary source of all of our history and, hell, even modern politics.
Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous.
See, right there. Right down to our modern political climate.
How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends. Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone.
I wonder how, if Xenos came with us to help us and said that the Hermes. I wonder how different things could have turned out there. Right? Do you not agree?
Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
I mean, it's a matter of truth. When it's consumes, there.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
That's some real determination there. Of course, obviously, has to get the last word in. Ooh, that stare.
You found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
She knows how to give art.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being.
True. Sick man lingering around. What's going on now? Kind of forgot the whole time I just late for the most part. I'll be seeing my hiccups. So yeah, that's a thing.
There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Anyways, I already depends on those two.
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
These native surveyors are low.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Will put, will struck. You're doing. Will struck. And then I'm just turn more on this looking. What do you think about it? Let's see what this is. Yes. Need again. Get a big look. Go forward to the afterwards himself. This shows how they going. Oh. Oh. Hey. Yes, you did the right thing. I always say you did the right thing. This is some. Then we take stock. Alright.
No major injuries then. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Though not all, I regret.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment. You did desire to express your appreciation.
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that...
'Tis nothing so on. I wish to hear the detail.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
Well, a little he thinks of us still.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does.
You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Yay. Rupert, you hear something?
Did you hear something just now?
Zombie bunny. Zombie bunny. Wink. Notice they gave us things beautiful.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. And to this bitter clime,
bring warmth and comfort. "'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments."
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. Not like there will ever be a better time. What? Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more. Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
I love these. I love it.
As I was saying, should you require... We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Oh. Anyway.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
There's nothing humble about that, literally.
On behalf
Nothing
of
humble.
I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
News. The disciples perish with darkness of night.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own with...
Pretty still there.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
wildly scared and curious to stand there secondly, trying to figure out what's going on. Shodian. It might be climate. Alright. The Alex, we go. This is like a silly idea of this like Herman big Jack really get that. I will find places to buy that even look like certain places from the 14 and 11. Those were made so actually constructing the wave. But if I ever think that that's what was happening. Just goes out in the reflects the moonlight. This is a silly idea from what I'll never have spent in the first place. Nice, God. Yay. Oh, here comes big story time. Let's do this from the dialogue, please. It's guidance. It's for Greg's final days. The show. You make it sound simple, but you're not wrong. Alright, I know we'll never give up. Yes, our answer. It's the second vision. As if I'm zero. Say? Some food with the crimson's nerves. There's like scary work my face with Murphy that's away. Secretly death, probably still defiant. If I leave it away, it is our issues. And it did. Was Helen's commandment, but in the event the reaction bears, the lot referred to living the people of affairs from home. For the be the limit of their duties, they possess knowledge unparalleled of the great experience and the needs of its traverse. The crystal time prefers is capable of such feasts as send one's soul into the distant past. Fancy witness they have shape, yet may hold the key to the first on the final days. The rate of difference in the future I am made. The selfless efforts all be eighth unbroken, averted, in this timeline at least. The interesting sacrifice for us have been in affairs and but we send Graha and soon back to download. The same was on the news for a time. Even in Imperial Providence, it was already in turmoil before the onset of the final days. The streets of the place is looking for something to form to convert the new facility. Versus consumed the anti-terror, which would soon be rendered obsolete as we thought. So had a few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in the like company, you understand? Kyle. Oh, just keep up the flashbacks to the train, you know. What's the time move? Did everyone get a hug, you know, to the carol? I seriously need to get emotes made. I think I'm gonna like meeting thing also. Get this effect on my own noses. Or affiliate. Because I don't want to be like the big fishes like everyone does. I don't want to play it. It's better just keep it slime casual like this, you know? Work. Good. Brand. This. Let's see what that means for you. Let's see this. See what they have to say first now.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
What is that?
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends.
Perhaps so.
By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
You still is not holding back.
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
They seem to be a bit surprised.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
Again.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Indeed.
Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Let's see. Quite a bit of hands. That's a lot of hands.
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Sounds like he knows Fortuneau very well.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
think see me dark started joining this. Let's see what Fortune says testing. Let's see what we got. Cool. Almost. If we had my 2.x air hairstyle. Oh no, I didn't have two today, like, let's read the top down. I got to two down first. Go down and see. I can stimulate a style here. Start tomato. It looks like I made a new job for 8 minutes still. Take 8 minutes, not 8. Says. So just a real terminal. It's like the same thing as Syrian's War.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
This way, I heard this voice somewhere else before.
We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
They gotta figure it out.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Oh my god. Wait, what? Clearly the voice can't talk. Burn start what? Person see at least I'm praying. EP. Just one of them roles I recognize. Let's read the list. He's trying to really get an impersonation of someone else.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Etherburn.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Yes.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Is it called a teeny tiny till one? I love it. It's different like that.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You trying to drive me mad?
Oh my god.
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Yep. We were. The Reader's ghost. It haunts me.
Heavens, are you alright? You look pale as a... Well... Let's put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
Before I love completing the tiny portal thing, it's the best day of anything involved.
There are multiple interment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Mommy girl, hold the mail.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by... This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
And there goes the goal.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect support. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allegan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
She's so vicious.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still shouting about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
What? It looks like he's even that. They like this. It usually are better health things or things. Healthy will have become. Would have thought the keep so much was just a single with no conversation. Oh, brutal. No. Using the music camera. Yes.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and brass blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thiergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in Collector's Vault. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together.
No.
It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
I love how they're using primal temporary for this. It's definitely one of my favorite songs to listen to from the game. Or outside the game. Actually,
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
wait for it, wait for it.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Please.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
I love how she said that.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
That's good. Well said.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
Really tempted to get Pix's outfitted for the win, but
I promise you, Papalimo.
I really don't know who I might get for the class. I'm leaning towards the answer, but again, the fact that we can't die annoys me. We just get a petition server or something as Missy can make the NPC outfits viable.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Pressure front. The dragon worms.
That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
Well, you can see.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Cheerio! Wait. Well, because I just finished that, it was mine. I never did on the others. Let's see. And more do you know? Cover your bets. That's basically what it comes down to, Alpha. No, cover your bets. I suppose the most important thing you can ever do. Continues. Forward step moves in sealed place. So no matter how win or fail, it doesn't take you 10 steps back. So have you played that person out? I just look at it in the words as per the fact of story. Different. Oh yeah, it's very spiral and I realize it. It's different. Look at the eyes. Oh, those are beautiful. That's a beautiful combo right there. Anyway. Kami gimana tour. Minutes. What the? Protector. It's a thunder charged. This game is stretching a bit. Up to Finley City. Get me back to the This purification is important. Measurement thing. Read the spindle. What? It's water tower and treatment plant. we go. Like it's the major tunnel. It skates. Oh no. The citrate. Oh. Rip. Ripperoni. Oh. Oh no. It's me. It just seems like it. Oh no. Let's try that again and hopefully not die. Hopefully. Just hopefully. Yeah, no. Oh. Oh, you jump on there. It goes through it again and not hit the wrong target. There we go. Everything here. And it took me my island later. But this is 9. Goodbye. Early. This is the performance of this having time that does nothing like that. Like that, could be like stick grapes. Maybe the grapes. Look at the grapes. 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 Oh, the grapes. Oh, grapes. 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 We're gonna work okay. Look for a choice punch. sure that can wait. Are you sure? Wait, are you sure about this? There is the living. BC. So animated. First one was it? Nothing. Delicious nothing. Steve fish tunnel. But you can grow one. Steve? No, 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 no. I'm not doing that. No, no, no. wrong with Tracker only. Stop processor. for every upgrade in their place. Oh, you're good. Researcher. Oh, no, no. Here we go. Be the master. This room's do better than you are. Wow. It's not being accurate. You'll be offended for all time like this man and below hurts. Sounds beyond their help. Honestly, consider now. I'd say that's kind of weird right now. You're not anything. Himself, Copy model. Please right now. Upgrades. Earth takes the longest way to memorize the weight reasons.
so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends on the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleepingway. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yeah, yes. I am.
Wilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Oriange, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Oriange and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Oriange, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
After that original reading, and I'm gonna stop drying right now. If he that yet could not leave us for tonight, it will pick up MSQ here next week at the same time. And we'll, as far as additionals for this weekend, so just get Tuesday. The next one decent on Saturday. I'm not sure when for an MSQ or Mass Effect, or if they do a makeup stream. So, we'll see what happens in the days to go. Thank you for doing this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Took this last bit.